Alrighty, we got a live stream up and running. Today is January 2nd, 2014. It is 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's just me and Allison today, and we are
Yo!
yeah, we're just learning how to do spreadsheets, which is great. And we'll be putting this up on our tutorial thing for any of our crew members to watch, but it's pretty bland. It's just if you ever want to know how to make really good spreadsheets with Google Drive, I'm going to show you how. So
And I'm
first,
gonna ask a ton of questions.
that's right. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do spreadsheets like the spreadsheets that I use to keep track of all your guys' work, like our 100 pilot spreadsheet, our Skynamic crew assignment spreadsheet. I'm gonna show you guys all the tricks that I use to make these spreadsheets not only look appealing, but also be what word am I looking for? Applicable.
Aesthetically
Yeah.
pleasing.
So let's go ahead and do some stuff. So the first thing you have to do when you want to make a spreadsheet is you have to gather your data. And that is what are you planning on putting in the spreadsheet? So let's say that I wanted to. I play Final Fantasy 14 like a half hour every night, and let's say I wanted to keep track of the items that I sell on the market because I like making Gil, and I use Gil to buy awesome things. So what I would do is I'd open up a Word document, and let me open this up real fast. And for this Word document, I would write out everything that I need to know for selling items on the auction house. So I'd be like, okay, where do you... So I have to ask myself some fundamental questions. Where do I buy items? How much do they cost? Let's make this bigger so you guys can see this.
Seriously, I feel like this should have been the storyboarding and not you going into Final Fantasy, but
Yeah,
hey,
well,
it's
I'm just
okay.
using an example. Where do I buy items? How much do they cost? I don't even have to make this. What do they sell for? How often do they sell? Who is selling it? Etc. 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 And I would
Just be
gather
very organized.
exactly. I would gather all of my data first. And if you want to see an example of what that exact document looks like, well, here is an example of that document here. So I made this document, which was all the different stores, all the different items, how much they cost, how much they sell for, how many stacks can I sell them in, how often do they sell, and who sells it. And then what I did is I took that information and I made a spreadsheet out of it, which is
What
right.
program was that?
Oh, that was this is Open Office. It's just a Word document program.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. It's excellent. But we are getting off track because this is all being recorded right now. Uh,
Hey, everyone needs to know what
yeah.
program you were using.
So this is what I made out of that. I gathered that data and I made a spreadsheet. And it's the exact same data that you saw on there. What is the shop? What is the item? How much does that item cost? What does it sell for? I read it out if the sell price is going down. That way it's selling for less and less. I blew it if the sell price is going up. That means it's selling for more and more. How many stacks can I sell it for at once? How many times have I been successful in selling this item? And who is my retainer selling it? So this is just one example of creating a spreadsheet that looks nice, is pleasing and appealing, has nice colors, but also has an excellent way of conveying and holding data.
You should go into the stock market.
I should. But yeah, that's one example. So let's go ahead and create one from scratch. So luckily, I need to create a spreadsheet today for it's a management spreadsheet.
Storyboarding.
No, storyboarding is going to be duplicating a spreadsheet. I'll go over that
Oh,
last. But
okay.
we have us managers have tasks that we are in charge of for you guys, and we have those tasks written down in our production duties Word document.
Oh
So
Lord.
this is all the information that we have gathered. What are the tasks that I am responsible as art director? What are the tasks that Allison is responsible for as producer? What are the tasks that Rachel is responsible for as marketing director? What are the tasks that Rob is responsible for as voice director? And obviously the tasks are different. We've got all our stuff here. So we've got our information. Now what we need to do is put this in a spreadsheet and make it look pretty and put it in such a way to where it's very easy to update this and change it and make it a dynamic breathing spreadsheet. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your Google Drive. You can do that by accessing your Gmail and then clicking on this stupid little checkerboard thing right here. You can then click on Drive. And when you click on Drive, it'll bring you to your drive. And if you have a ton of spreadsheets like I do from 2 years of using this thing, you'll have hundreds of them in here. You can create folders to organize your spreadsheets. I've got all my spreadsheets for Double Rainbow in here. I've got all my Skynamic Studios spreadsheets separated into folders. I've got general info spreadsheets. I've got spreadsheets for guides, for upper management, for the writers. It's crazy. But what you got to do is basically go into the folder where you want to create stuff. So this is going to be an upper management spreadsheet. So I'm in my upper management folder. And then you go to create. So I'm going to click on create. And now you can click on document. If you want to just create a Word document, you can do a presentation, which I've never messed with. You can make a form or a drawing, which I've never messed with. I usually just make a document or I make a spreadsheet. And today we're going to make a spreadsheet. So let's click on it. Create in a shared folder, yes. Alrighty, and what Google Drive does is it automatically just creates an untitled spreadsheet for you, and this is exactly what it will look like every single time you ever create a spreadsheet with this program. So the first thing I like to do is I like to name it. So this is production duties. Production duties? Management duties?
Yeah, management duties.
That's what I'll call it. Management duties.
Actually, I don't even like the sound of that. Duties.
Duties? That's what makes it awesome. Now
Okay.
I'm keeping it. So it's a good tweet. So now let me go over some basics for just Google Drive and how it works. You've got columns versus columns versus rows. You can change the sizes of these by dragging the lines that are in the center. You can hit Control Z like in other programs to do an undo, which is really nice. You can change the sizes of your rows, which is really great. You can also
pretty much like Excel, right?
Yeah, it actually it basically is Microsoft Excel in an online format.
Okay.
So if you've ever used Microsoft Excel, a lot of this will be very familiar to you guys. You can change the colors of these boxes. Let's say I want the box to be pink. I can click on the paint bucket, the fill color, and I can change it to a nice pink. But let's say that the text that I'm writing in here, if I want to enter in text, I just highlight it and I hit enter. And I can be like, blah, blah, blah. But let's say I don't like black. I can highlight it and come up here to text color, and I can change this to like a nice dark red. And it looks a little bit more pleasing. And let's say that over here I have another box that also says blah, blah. And man, I really want this to be the exact same fill and text color as the one over here. Well, I can like try and figure out what that one was, or I can highlight this, come up here and get my paint format, click it once, and then click on that, and it'll just copy the attributes over to this file, which is so wonderful and great and fantastic.
Which is basically how we do all of your crew assignments and all that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And highlighting it and hitting enter is one way to edit the text. You can also just double click it, and you can edit the text. You can also just highlight it and then write the text up here, and it'll write the text in. There are other ways you can format the text. Like right now I've got everything aligned to the left. I can come up here to horizontal align and I can change it to center. Or I can change it to align along the right. I like to put it in the center. And then if you've got all the lines in here, let's say we only have one line. And right now, let me make this bigger to indicate where it is. See how it's aligned along the bottom? You can change that right here, vertical align. You can align it in the center, or you can align it at the top. It's whatever you guys want to do. I usually like to go horizontal center, so I have it dead center, which is really nice. So that's pretty much just some of the basics. You can do a lot of really complicated things with this program that I'm probably not going to go over for you guys today, or who knows, I just might. But that's the kind of stuff.
Depending on if I ask a question about it.
Yeah, like you can set formulas so that let me show you an example. Oh, I probably shouldn't show you this example. I'll go over it later. It's the kind of thing where you can actually put mathematical formulas so that if you put like a number in this one and a number in this one, you can set it so that down here it just automatically totals any numbers that you put up there. So it's really nice. You can actually,
Well, we're not counting anything up.
yeah, exactly. So it's really kind of pointless. Well, we'll be using it when we put all of our shot numbers down and everything.
All right.
But yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and move on to some other things. We've got the borders. Now you can put borders on things. Let's see if I put a red border. Bam. And notice how a red border suddenly pops around that. You can have a lot of fun with these borders. I never use them because, just to be honest, Google Drive kind of glitches on borders, so I just don't use them. If I wanna have a border around something, I will actually dedicate an entire row and column and just create the border that way. And you guys will notice me doing that on like the Skynamic Crew assignments. There's this black border that's not a border in the traditional border sense. I just created an entire column and an entire row, and I just colored it in black, and that's the border.
Is there a
And
way that you can combine the cells?
you can merge cells. I'll go over that next. So let's say that you want to put a big title up here. But the problem is that if I start typing in right here, blah 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 blah, I'm like, yeah, that's my title. But the second you click out of it, you're trapped into only this column. You can't go past that column. The only way to do that is to merge cells. So I can like grab all of these, holding down Shift and selecting, and then I can click on the merge cells button. Bam, and it'll merge it into one big cell.
Cool.
And then in here, I could then change my font size to 36 and go from Arial to like Verdana. Go to like a horizontal center and a horizontal vertical, and then I can type in, oh my god, and there, you got your title right there. Let's go back. So that's pretty much it as far as basics go. Let me just show you how I go about creating a spreadsheet. So the very first thing I will do is I like to have borders. So I will instantly take number 1. Oh, by the way, you can select an entire row just by clicking on the number or clicking on the letter. You don't have to actually shift select the whole thing. You can just go blip, or even...
How can you make it so that you only want like a certain number of cells? Is there a way that you can do that where you can like break it down so it doesn't continue and keep going and going and going and
it'll
going?
always end at 100. So if you only want it to be let's say you only want it to be 50 cells, just all you have to do is let's take 51 all the way to 100, and once they're all selected, you just right click and go delete rows 51 to 100, and now they're gone.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm going to take number 1, I'm going to highlight the entire thing, I'm going to come to the paint bucket and color it black, and then I'm going to grab A, and
Is that usually how you always start? You always like just kind of do the black
every
border
single
kind of
spreadsheet
thing?
I've ever made, I always start it like this. I create these two black. So black over here and black up there, because I'm never going to go past those two. But I'm probably going to go down more and I'll go over more, so I won't create those two black borders until I'm done. So let's look at our information and try to organize this. We've got names and titles and then duties. So which one do we have more of? If we have more of something, we want to put the thing that we have more of in either rows or columns, but it really depends on what it is. Like if these were small things, like for example numbers, I'd probably try and get all of the data to go in columns where I'd have a number, a number, a number, a number, a number, and a number, because I could fit all of that within columns. But since these are like really long sentences that are describing these really huge responsibilities that we have, I'm probably going to want to separate them by rows. That way all of that information can travel across the page. So the best way of going about this would be, if I'm dividing all of our responsibilities by rows, I need to divide our names by columns, and that would be the best way of going about this. So let's go 3 columns per name. There's only 4 of us, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it fits on the page. We can actually get 12 in here, and it fits perfectly fine. And I don't have any plans to ever put in any additional columns, so what I'm going to do is, I know that I only need 4 columns and a 5th one for the border. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything after this, I'm just going to delete. There we go. And I already know that this is going to be my other border. So I'm just going to go ahead and create that border now. So I guess what I'm really getting at here is that creating a spreadsheet just kind of requires a lot of forethought and planning. Definitely have all of your data first. That way creating the spreadsheet is just so much easier.
Should you thumbnail it out?
You could if you wanted to. I guess I used to back in the day. I don't anymore because I've just gotten really good at creating these. But you could thumbnail it out if you guys want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make each of these exactly 3 thick. So in order to do that, I'm just going to add. I'm going to insert one right. That way I can have the measurement 1, 2, 3, 3 thick. Same over here. I'm going to create another one, insert right, just for the sake of having the measurement. So 1, 2, 3, 3 thick. There we go. And this one is 3 thick. So I can actually yeah, but the problem is when I delete them, they'll go away. So I'm just going to insert one more right. That way I have the measurement, and I'll go 3 thick. Right. There we go. Okay. And then what I can do is I can delete these. I don't need these anymore. So right click and delete columns. So boom. Oh, looks like I made these too thick. Whoops. All right. I'm gonna Control Z. I'm sorry about that. Let's wow. I Control Z all the way back to the beginning, didn't I? Edit, redo, edit, redo, edit, redo. Oh, let's get
Oh,
these.
there it is.
Here we go. Sorry about that, guys.
It happens.
Redo. Yeah, I think the thing I should have done here is yeah, let's just not delete those first. Let's just go, okay, there. Bam. All right, this one, we're going over 2. Yeah, okay, I was going over 3. I was only supposed to go over 2. Ah, sorry about that. Shenanigans. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Another thing I could have done is I could have just merged cells, but I don't know. I don't like merging cells if I don't have to. And there we go. This will be my border. So that's just a better way of going about that. I don't think I was doing it the right way. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. I've got my 4 columns, each for one member of management, and then I'll be putting a bunch of sentences inside of these. Although that kind of goes against what I was trying to do earlier, because my whole idea was that I wanted the sentences to run along the entire thing, and you can't do that if you're dividing everything by column. Name, 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 name. So I completely just messed up on this, didn't I? That's the point of doing spreadsheets, everybody. You mess up. Even someone as good as I am still messes up. Let's go. I'm just gonna start over. Let's try this again.
Like, what is your thought process? Like, what is it that you're trying to
I'm
like,
trying
achieve here?
to get all of the information for these sentences
Mm-hmm.
to run along this area, which means, yeah, okay, we're gonna go about this a different way.
Yeah, it just sounds like you want to have the name and you want them to like move. I mean, like
Exactly.
merge
Yes,
columns
I'm gonna do this.
and
I'm gonna
rows.
have
Like it'd be a combination. Yeah, like that.
yeah, 3 down, and then what I would do is I would then I'm not gonna merge the cells yet. You put your text in at the very end. Don't put your text in until you've done your entire layout. So
Would it be
this would be
a
a
good
name.
idea to like use colors to kind of get a feel
Yeah,
for like
exactly. That's a good thing to go. But we need the title. We need management duties as the title. So I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger because I like having a nice big title here. So this will be our title. And let's go ahead and work within these boundaries. And we can always change these boundaries later. So this is the spreadsheet that
mhm.
we are creating. So title, and then we'll have another border right beneath the title. And now we'll start putting names. And names I'll make 3 high. So this will be the first name.
Mhm.
And then we'll have information. But this is a little too small for information. So I'm going to make each one of these double. Like that. And then the cool thing is that after I've created one of them, if I right click and go insert one below, it'll create the one below at the exact same size. So from now on, I'm just going to create all of them at that size. I will never go this small again. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all these because they're in the way. There. So I'll put 2 for now. So bum, bum, bum. So let's go ahead and insert one below. And I'm going to create a whole bunch of these, actually. I like this size. This is a good size. I'm just going to add 20. And it adds 20 of that size.
Very cool.
And now what I'll do is I'll take number 4. And I'm just going to guesstimate the size here. 1, 2, and I'll make this one to the halfway point. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'll do. And I want number 4 to be the same size, so I'm just going to delete that. And I already know that this has to come to the halfway point of the one right beneath it. Bam, there we go. Done, 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 done. Halfway point. Done, done, done. Halfway point. And that's it. So done, done. All right, and now this is
Neat.
going to be a border. So border. And everything beneath this can be deleted. And then everything to the
And
right of this.
everything above, yeah.
Let's just get rid of that stuff. It's in the way. Delete. There we go. Okay, so these are going to be names. So let's just go ahead and color these to indicate what the names are. So I like to use darker, desaturated colors because when they're really bright, it hurts your eyes. And this is supposed to be information that we not only have on our computer screens for very long, extended periods of time, but it's the kind of stuff that we're staring at for a long time. So I like to use nice, pleasant
I'm
colors.
trying to remember what all of our colors were. Like, I think Matt was blue at one time, so you could have Robbie blue, and I was purple.
Yeah.
And I think you were yellow.
I think I was red.
Or was Rachel yellow? You were red? Okay,
Or I
so
was
you were
blue.
red. I was purple. Rachel can be yellow.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's just plop some colors down. We can always rearrange these. So I like to go the second one from the bottom. So if that was dark purple, we'll make this one dark blue. And then the second line, we're going to make that one above the blue. And then right here, this is going to be green. And then the one right below it will be above the green. And then this. So we got purple, blue, green. Let's go with orange.
Oh, that's yellow. Oh, that's so ugly. Yellow.
That is ugly. Let's go yellow.
Also, wouldn't blue be above the purple? Because if
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
purple
better.
and you're blue,
Yeah, hang on. Give me a second. Oh, I'm changing the text. There we go. Okay, all right. So, yeah, that looks a lot better. And then the title will make a nice dark red. All right, so we've got our stuff situated. I know that I'm blue and I'll be on the top, so I'm just going to, if you ever need to move stuff around, just highlight the numbers and then just drag it up. There we go. That's up there. Allison will be next. We'll make Rob green.
yes, so Rachel
And
will be yellow.
Rachel
Oh,
can
that's
be
so much
that.
prettier.
Bam,
I
bam,
like
bam.
that.
There we go. Okay,
Very
awesome.
pretty.
All right. Well, now that we've got our stuff organized, let's go ahead and start putting some text in here. So I'm going to select all of these, and I'm going to merge these cells. So it's all one bar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm just going to put my information. So this is the title of the document. Management duties. And now what I need to do is make sure that it's the center and the center. And let's go ahead and get a nice size here. 36 isn't big enough. Let's go with like 50.
What font do you usually like to use?
I like to use Verdana. And then I like to bold it like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like them all being lowercase. Because I'm pretty sure that all of my other ones oh no. Okay, never mind. Okay.
No, you've always done it that way.
Oh, this
But
one was
you would
uppercase. Weird. I'll make this one lowercase, I guess, for now. But I never like to keep it
no,
black.
but I think it works doing it that way because like the TrueTale pilot, having everything like that works
Yeah,
really
true.
well considering like our naming conventions. But since this is just management duties, then having it like that works.
Agreed. So I've got my color, but I don't like the black text. So I like to make the text the same column of colors, and I just put it at the very top. I make it the lightest. And so it's like that. It merges in really nicely. I do that with every spreadsheet I create. I never use black. I always use just the lightest color of whatever the dark color is beneath it.
Mhm.
Let's go back to management duties over here. So, all right, so let's do the same here. We're going to merge these cells. But I think I might toy around with this a bit. I might take all of these, and I might make these black. That way we kind of have this border here, and it just kind of feels a bit like we're playing around with some negative space, and I like that. Because once again, I'm an artist, and I want this to be appealing, because I'm going to be staring at this for hours, and I wanna look at something that is pretty.
Yeah,
Spreadsheets
we look at
can
them
be pretty.
all the time.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to do this if you're making a spreadsheet, but trust me when I say that the prettier looking the spreadsheet is, the more you're going to want to work on it. uh,
Yep.
Now, I don't like how these colors are all touching, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert um, between these and make these black so I have a border. That way I'm just playing with some negative space here. There we go. Get that a little bigger. There. And I'll do the same
And
thing
then
here.
can't you just copy that and
Nah,
like
you can't. It
insert
doesn't
it?
copy the size. Like if I copy this and then I paste, it just pastes the properties. It doesn't paste the size, which is
Oh, really?
unfortunate. It's just one of the drawbacks of Google Drive. Can't do everything.
I think it does that in Excel.
So I can still just copy and paste that, but I still have to change the size. And you just have to eyeball it.
The one in the middle's wrong. It's not right. I don't think you got it. It's too thin. I'm just kidding.
There we go. Okay, that looks delicious. Okay, and then what I can do is I can do this. I can extend this out a bit to have a bit more black down here. And then what I can do is I can merge these cells. I can right click, and I can, up here, I can type in Alt 0169 for copyright symbol. Although that's supposed to come after, so Skynamic Studios Alt 0169 2014. And then I can change the font color to white. There we go. And then I can change the alignment to the right. And now I've got a nice little Skynamic Studios thing right there.
It's really small.
It is, but it should be. In fact, it should actually be kind of not so noticeable. I might just change that color to gray and just kind of make it so it's just
That's
kind of
better.
down there. But I also don't like how it's right up against the bottom, so I might create one more column beneath it of black and then just kind of mess with it so that it kind of looks like it's hovering there a little.
Oh, so much prettier.
Yeah, so that looks a lot better. So now I've got a nice little Skynamic Studios right there. Playing around with black. I like to set all of my spreadsheets against black
Mm.
so I can kind of toy around with negative space.
Can you insert pictures into these spreadsheets or no?
You totally can, but it really overloads the spreadsheet. So I advise not doing it.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, we had a spreadsheet for a double rainbow where we had all of the pictures of all of our crews in there, and it really overloaded the crap out of it.
No, I was wondering if you could put in the Skynamic logo.
Oh, I probably could if I wanted to, but well, maybe we'll toy around with that at the end. So don't let me forget.
Okay.
But I'm gonna toss some information in here. So this is gonna be Zachary Rich. This one's gonna be Allison Sribnick. This one's going to be Rachel McWhorter. And this one's going to be Robert Knorr. Excellent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint this one onto here. Oh, nope, didn't work because this one's a merged cell. So I'm just going to have to toy around with this one myself. Verdana, let's go 36. Let's bold that out. And let's center it and center it. And it still doesn't quite, like, I don't know, it's still not the right, it's just a little too big. Let's go to 24. And then we'll go ahead and change the text color to a nice light blue. That's feeling nice. So now what I'll do is
It might need to be a tiny bit bigger.
think so? So maybe
Yeah, just
instead
a
of
tiny bit
24, we
bigger.
can go to like
Because like once you lightened it, it
28.
actually made it smaller.
Let's go
Yeah,
28.
that's
Yeah,
good. That's
28
good. That's
works.
good.
And now what I'll do is I'll copy this over, but it's going to copy the color as well. So all I have to do is just refix the color back over to purple. And that's okay. And then I'll do the same thing over here. And I'll just tweak the color. It was yellow. And then I'll do the same thing with Rob. No point in doing all that text stuff again. It's easier to change the color than it is to change all that text stuff. There we go. Zach,
Mm-hmm.
Allison, Rachel, Rob. Okay. Now I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to do. So I've already got all my information. I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy, and we'll double click into here and we'll paste. And now what we want to do is we want to get all this stuff equal. So let's go align. There's a lot of different ways that we could show this information. I could have this be a whole bunch of different rows, or I could just extend this row out and just put everything inside of one row. A lot of different ways to go about this. None of them are really wrong. So I wonder what would
It's
happen.
basically up to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to put them all in one thing. Because it's not really that complicated of a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, but look at that. All this stuff is crapped. So here's a problem. Google Drive, if you want to go down
Can
to the
you not
next...
press enter?
Well, if you hit enter, you stop typing. Like, it finishes it for you. So how do you get something down onto the next line? The way you do that
Well,
is you hit
can't you just do
Control
enter?
Enter.
Control
Control
enter.
Enter will
Oh
go
yeah,
down to the
I
next line.
forgot.
So make sure that you remember that. If you want to put something down to the next line, don't hit enter, hit Control Enter, and you'll go down to the next line. Control Enter. See, now we're starting to get everything to where it needs to be. Control Enter. There, and then Enter to end. And there, we got everything here. And I might extend this out by a little bit to create a bit of negative space. There we go. So there are my duties. So that's one way of doing it. It looks okay.
I think the font should be dark.
If we go for a dark blue,
Eee.
yeah, but like that's as dark as it can go without going to just pure black.
Ew, I don't
Eh,
like it. I don't
yeah, I
like
don't like
it.
it either. It's just kind of finding. I like that, but I'm
All
not
right.
sure that I like it being aligned to the center. It's kind of freaking me out. I wonder what would happen
They're really
if
tiny.
I aligned to the right. You see, but now we're having a bit of a problem here. It's the kind of thing where just finding the best way to align all of this. This is just graphic design stuff.
Can you
Um,
not tab it?
no, you can't. The only way that you can
Well,
tab it is
actually,
you can do
what if you
this. You
are
can,
those cells all merged
yeah, they
already?
are. You can unmerge the
Okay, yeah, if
cells.
you unmerged them and then you put one, like
Start
you
it from
put it,
here.
yeah, you just merged the ones in the middle instead of, like you
Like
had
that.
two on the sides that were just on, yeah, like that.
Yeah, but then we have
You
these
know
two
what I'm
little boxes over here, and it's like, ugh, boxes. So, I don't know, like, a part of me
Well,
feels
can
like,
you not merge the boxes on their own, like together, and then you just,
yeah, you could. We could do that. I wonder if I just merged just these middle ones,
yeah.
and then we paste everything in there. Now we have that, and then these two
Mhm.
boxes are over there, and that's fine. That might look aesthetically pleasing, to be honest. And something kind of like this, and maybe I'll put the alt nines back in because they're cool.
So that's what that is. It's an Alt 9.
Yeah, alt
Is how you make
9.
that little doohickey thing, the circle that you
Yeah,
always are doing with everything, and I'm like, never know what that
I
is.
love my alt nines. And yeah, I'll merge these two right here. So that way we just have kind of like this box in the center. So that might be a good way of going about this. That looks kind of nice. It doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, let's do this. Um, so this is one way of going about it, but I don't know. What if there's another way of going about this? It's the kind of thing where I could see,
You could do black lines.
well, yeah, well, I could see this being aligned over here, like that, and then this actually being a black background. And then what we do is we grab all of this, hit Control X to get rid of it. Let's unmerge these cells. And then what we can do is we can then merge all of them together. Paste. And now we've got that happening.
I like that.
I think that works a lot better too. There we go. And then we have a nice long thing for it. I think this is a much better way of going about that. So I'm going to...
Also, I think you should use the darker blue instead of the lighter blue
I agree. Now
for
that
the
we're not...
background.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
too. So let's see here. If
I
we
mean,
go...
it's amazing how much we are in sync here.
That's awesome. And there we go. So now we've got the darkest blue with the lightest blue for the text, and
Yeah,
that might
that
be the
works.
better way of going about this. And this feels a lot better to me. That
I
way, the
agree.
color immediately draws your eye to it, and that's what we want. So yeah, I think that this is a lot better. So let's go ahead and finish this off. So we've got Allison's duties. Let's grab all of this, copy, come back over to here, double click in, paste. But we gotta fix this. Control enter. Control enter. Oh, that's a particularly long sentence. Control enter. That's the reason why I wanted it to be along the rows, because
Yeah.
some of these sentences are pretty long. And now what I can do is I can just paint that over. I'll change the color back. Don't worry.
I
Draw that
trust
out
you.
a bit, and then we'll go ahead and make this that purple, dark purple with the lightest purple for the text. There we go. And your Allison Serbnik should be the light purple as well. So that's looking pretty
It's
good.
the little things.
It
Just
is
the
the
little
little
things.
things. We'll go ahead and shrink this down a bit. There we go. Okay.
I also wonder if the borders, if you should have a red. Like,
Well, yo,
you
yeah. Well,
should
hang
carry
on.
the red on.
We don't need this border here anymore because this was just putting the black in there. So we can delete this row. This one we'll keep just in case, but we don't need this one anymore either. Delete this row. Same thing with Rob. That's just an unnecessary row that we don't need anymore. And then what we can do is we can kind of stretch these out a bit, and then we can
Hmm.
align them to the bottom like that.
Yeah.
Stretch that out a bit. Align that to the bottom. Stretch that out a bit, and we can align that to the bottom as well. There we go. That's looking a lot better.
Yay.
See that being a little shorter. There we go. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and do Rachel. So we got production duties. Rachel's are the most out of everyone's. So so let's take that. Let's go
It's her.
ahead
It's
and
all of her social media stuff.
yeah, she has a lot of social media things to do. I just pasted a lot of stuff in here, but oh, it's because the font color is the same color. Let's just change the font now. This is light yellow, but it's a dark yellow. There we go.
Oh God, that's so much better.
Okay, all right. So let's get this. This is Control Enter. Control Enter. Control Enter. And wow, that is a long. Okay, no, thank heavens, there's one over here. Whew. There we go. And we'll go ahead and stretch this out a bit. And there we go.
And it's time to put in Rob's cute little sentence.
We gotta get this to hover in the middle. Yep, and then Rob's little sentence. There you go, Rob. Copy, come over here, and I can then paste it.
Should we put our duties? I mean, like, our duties, our positions.
Yeah, no, we should. I'll do that as well. Just give me a sec here.
Yeah, you're fine.
Um, Rob was green.
Green.
There we go. And oh yeah, and I gotta change this. Rachel's name is supposed to be the light yellow, and Robert's is supposed to be the light green. There we go. That's looking nice.
Yep,
Rob though
the
can
little
be up a
thing.
bit more. There we
Nice.
go. So that's looking nice. This is looking like a nice sheet. I can look at the sheet and I can easily add on to it, and
Hmm.
it's happy to my face. So the next thing we can do is we can toy around with how we can add on our other stuff. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to unmerge these just real quick, and I'm just going to go over to F, and we'll merge them back. And F's too much, so let's go back. And I think that we can get away with only going to E. Yeah, let's do that. To E. And then what I'll do is right here, I'll merge these two, and I'll type in art director, but I don't want it to be that size. Let's go to like 18.
Hmm.
Something kind of like that. Would be awesome if I could get it right up against there, but there's no way. It's impossible. Well,
Really?
it's
You
it's not
can't?
it's not impossible. I would just have to create a ton of columns, which would allow me to move things around. And I don't know. That's kind of annoying. I think that a better way of going about this is this. Let's get rid of that. Let's unmerge this again. Let's go ahead and put it back with the other guys. And what I'll do is I'm going to create one above. And I'm going to go ahead and that is the darkest blue, right? It is.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to merge these together. I'm going to shrink it down a bit. And what I'll do is this is where I'll put art director.
I think that's a good idea.
And I'll caps that out. And then what I'll do is we'll align it middle, not middle, we'll align it center vertically. We'll bold it. And we will make it 14.
Yep.
Yeah, that's looking good. And let's go ahead and shrink it down a bit. Something kind of like that.
I like it.
And let's put a blank space after this. Now the problem is that if you put a blank space in front of it, it won't actually do it. See that? I go inside and the blank space is there and it's not. That's really annoying. There is a way to get a blank space, and the way to do that is there's actually a Windows Alt code that will create just a blank space as its Alt code. I just gotta find it. Where is it? It's Alt 32. Let's see if that works.
Oh, so that's how everybody makes those little things.
There, see, Alt 32 added a blank space. Oh no, it didn't do it. Oh, dang it. Okay, so Alt 32 is just space. I actually want it to fill it in with something blank, but that actually takes up space, but doesn't really take up space.
Well, you could do a little picture.
I don't think I'll be able to do it. I'll just have to pick one of these little pictures that's very, like
Like
no
a
one can
sun.
really
Is there a
see it.
sun? You always are using suns.
I am, but I want it to be something that's not noticeable. Let's go back over to here real fast. I wonder if I do something noticeable. What if I put the little rose thing and do that instead?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that looks nice. Let's do that. Okay.
And you should put one on the other side as well.
On the other side,
You've never done that.
like that.
Fine, take it out.
All right, and I'm just gonna copy paste this,
You little whiner.
and I'll just change the text. So insert one above, paste. Oh yeah, by the way, you can insert rows and
I wonder if
columns
it
just
should
by
be a different
right-clicking.
color. Like, I wonder if you should do, like, the next blue up.
I might. Let me just get them all in here first.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and get these rewritten. I'm just going to do it from here. Producer. Marketing director. And voice director. Okay, and yeah, let's
I'm the
see
only
here.
one without a director.
What if I went up one? Nah, it looks kind of freaky. Down one? Okay, so here's the thing. You're not trapped by these colors. I can go to a custom color, and I can then just darken it. Like that.
Yay! I think that's a good idea.
So I'll do the same thing. I'll put this to the darkest purple and the lightest purple. But then what I'll do is I'll come over here, I'll go to custom, and I'll darken that purple up. Might be a bit too dark, actually. There we go. And I'll do the same thing over here. So Rachel's is supposed to be yellow, so we'll go to the darkest yellow and the lightest yellow. And now we'll go ahead and go to custom, and we'll darken that yellow a bit. There we go. Same thing with Rob. He's supposed to be green. So custom, and we'll go to a darker green. There we go. That's looking nice.
I kind of feel like management is is being tacky now. The way the colors are. Like, is there a
Mm.
way that you can make that red a little darker?
Oh yeah, I can go one darker. There we go. So everything's nice and desaturated.
Yep.
Alrighty. But the thing is that I like to keep everything so that I don't have to scroll, which is kind of annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and just kind of raise this up a bit. There we go. Now everything fits on one page and I don't have to scroll. I think if I go up a little bit more, I can get away. Ah, there. Scroll bar is completely gone. Excellent. All my stuff is right here.
Yay.
Although it
Looks
still
good.
scrolls for some stupid reason, but meh. Yeah, so bam. There you go, guys. Spreadsheet. Looks pretty awesome. It looks very professional. It's appealing to look at. It's got all the information
Mhm.
in it, which means my production duties one. I can delete that. I can go back over to my drive, which I think I closed it on accident. Oh no, here it is. And what I can do is I can take that productions duty Word document, and I'll just archive it. I don't like deleting them. There we go. So production duties is gone. And I now have a management duties spreadsheet right in there, which takes me to here. And there you go. It's looking pretty delicious. And that's how I create my spreadsheets from scratch. You just got to get all
Now
your
you should
information
share it
in.
with all of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. Now I got to share this with people's. I didn't mean to undo. Wow. Why would I do that? File, share, and now oh, it's already shared with you. But it's not shared with yeah, okay, that's your Yahoo. And that's your oh, so okay, so I'll just unshare it and then I'll just reshare it. All right.
And don't forget
Allison,
to set it so that I can edit it.
Porter, Rob Nor. Yep, yeah, all of you guys can edit this, so share and save. And there you are. So we have a nice spreadsheet and it looks
Yay.
delicious, and that is exactly how you go about creating a spreadsheet from scratch. So now let me show you how to take an existing spreadsheet and create a second page, because a lot of spreadsheets will have multiple tabs along the bottom that even though you're in the same spreadsheet, you can still switch between multiple spreadsheets in one spreadsheet, and that's through tabs. So we have the spreadsheet here, which is our production pipeline spreadsheet. I'm going to create a new tab along the bottom here for storyboarding. And my phone's ringing, so that is recorded for all time immemorial. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is you'll notice that all of these spreadsheets are very similar. They all have the same thing along the side. They all have the thing along the top. Everything's looking delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the one that is closest to what I want the next one to be. And the next one that I want to be is a storyboarding spreadsheet. So pretty sure I can get away with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the little arrow right here. I'm going to go to duplicate. And it creates copy of special effects design. I'm going to click this one and I'm going to rename this one. And what I'll do is I'll call this one storyboarding. Or storyboards, probably. Alright, now this is storyboards. So I'm going to go ahead and change all the information in here. Storyboards. I don't need any of this stuff down here. I'm going to delete all of it. I don't need any of this stuff. So I'm just going to go NA all the way over here just for now. And what I'll do is I'll select all of it. I'll grab the little point right here until a plus sign appears. I'll click and hold and I'll drag up. And bam, it copies the NA on all of them.
Oh, that's how you do that.
Yeah, it's very handy. Don't need effects. So now I got to figure out my information again. Normally I would write this down in a Word
Shots.
document, but you got to think storyboards for Skynamic or for TrueTale are divided into 5 sections: red, green, blue, orange, purple. That's the way that we're currently doing these because we have
So,
5 different storyboarders that are working on it. So this is my information right here. I'm going to put this on my other monitor so I can look at it. And so we have 5 different sections. So we're going to have 5 rows. Don't need any of these other rows down here. Delete. And so this will be red. And red is control enter the opening and ending. Only see how that's kind of not fitting in there. So I'm just going to stretch this over a little bit until it fits. There we go. Red. Then we've got green, which is the courtyard scene. And then we've got blue, which
Just
is
the
the
montage.
montage. And then we've got orange, which
Just the
is...
throne room.
Nope, it's the labyrinth.
Really?
Yep.
Then you're missing one.
Nope.
Oh, opening and ending. Okay, see, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you need to have red opening and red ending.
Um, we could do that. But it's not
Frankly,
the way that like I want to keep it organized as the way that we're organizing them in our files, and we're
well,
organizing them in our
we
files
need to
like
change it.
this.
We need to change it. We do. It's one of those things that
Hmm.
production wise, it
But
doesn't
the
make
problem is
sense.
that the opening and the ending are both in the same FLA.
Well, we
So
can
we'd have
always
to
have them
split up the
undo it.
FLA and all that jazz, and I'd rather not. The reason why we
Mm,
did that is because the opening and the way the opening ends and the way the ending begins is the exact same frame. It's the exact same thing.
true.
That's the reason why
True.
we have the opening and the ending together. So I'm going to say keep that.
Okay.
But now we got to figure out. So all right, so we've got that's not effect. This is it's not really a scene. Yeah, I'll put scene for now, but technically
Shots. I mean, you don't want to call it shots?
no, they're not shots. Shots
Oh, so
are
I guess
camera
scenes.
cuts. Scenes are these are scenes.
Call them parts. You could
Parts
call
is a
it
better idea
parts.
because there's going to be multiple scenes inside of each one of these parts. So it's the kind of thing where yeah, we'll call these parts, and then there will be
You guys are
multiple
getting
scenes
to
inside of
see
here.
how we do things here. It's kind of
A lot of
between
arguing.
the two of us.
Alrighty. And then let's see here. Physical properties. No, we
Thumbnails.
gotta call this yeah thumbs. And then there's gonna be production.
Hmm.
Well, we'll call them thumbnails just to be happy.
Yep.
Thumbnails, production, and
Production.
that's it. So that was pretty simple. We don't have
Well,
any of this
are
other
you
stuff that we
sure
need.
you don't? No, wait. You don't want to do anything else, or is
Well,
that
we'll
how?
go ahead and include the animatic in here. So if we've put this part into an animatic, because we'll most likely be creating 5 animatics, one for each part, and then once
Well,
all those are
wait.
done, we'll put them all
You also
together.
need sound. You need sound, and you need
Oh yeah, good point. If we're gonna include
music.
animatic in here, yeah, then we would need
Yeah.
sound design and
Animatic should be the last one. It should be at the end.
yeah, music. Yeah, you're right. Animatic would be the final product. Whoops. Oh yeah, see, look at that. You can't move columns if they're crossing over an already merged cell. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna call this sound design and call this music and call this animatic.
Compositing.
Um, compositing is the animatic.
Okay.
You composite these as you animatic them out. So we don't need these two right here. Let's delete these.
Oh, wait, stop. Okay, there's thumbnails. We also have the special effects stuff, and we also have the 3D models for like the environments.
Yeah, but that's part of our environmental design. Our environmental design sheet
But I
has
still,
the SketchUp. If we have the SketchUp thing, then we have the 3D model.
well, they are being set up for the thumbnails, so
True.
I sort of feel like it's something that should be part of it.
That's part
So
of
you,
compositing, though. So we could insert one here, and we could call this
because it would help us understand. Okay, so
call it
these
layout.
environments have been taken care of,
That's part of
so
production
we
boards.
don't
Like
even.
the production boards will have the 3D screenshots in there. There's no need to.
Okay, then instead of calling them production boards, you need to say cleaned up.
That
So,
that's what production board stands for. Production board stands for the final board with
yeah,
everything that we need in it.
I don't know. I sort of feel like, okay, the thumbnails are like all sketchy. Then you have the cleaned up ones. So I think you should do the cleaned up ones.
No, but
And then you
the
have,
cleaned up ones are the production. Oh no, I see what you're saying. Okay, hang on a
yeah,
second
and then
here.
you'd have the CG
Okay, no, you're
stuff.
right. You're right.
And
Because
you also have the visual effects drawings.
okay, here's what we need to do: insert one right, and then insert one right, and then here's what we do. This one is called um, clean
Just say
care,
clean. I no, I
and
think you
this
just
one's
do
called
clean. Yeah.
clean BG. And then we'll
Okay, that
probably do
works.
another one and we'll call it clean special effects.
Yep.
That's
Now,
a better way of going
out of
about that.
curiosity, do you not want to do this by like numbers of like shots or something?
No.
I guess we would do that when we get to the
Yeah,
animation
you're
point.
talking about now you're talking about a production spreadsheet. This is not a production spreadsheet. This is a storyboard spreadsheet. It's just supposed to indicate whether or not our boards are done. We
Okay.
will eventually create a shot spreadsheet. That's our production spreadsheet. That's going to be a pain in the ass to make, but that's for
That's gonna
later.
take its time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
during that calendar moment where we have that preparing for production moment where it's just those 3 days where all we're doing is
Yeah.
preparing for production. We'll create that spreadsheet then.
Sounds good.
Okay, but yeah, now let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna steal from these other ones. Let's grab the done copy from over here. Come over to here. We've finished thumbnails. We have not finished thumbnails for the opening ending.
Yeah, I was like, what are you
Yeah, what?
doing?
We've finished it for the throne room, and
Throne
that's it.
room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's come over here to in progress. Copy that. These are all in progress, and we are in progress for cleaning up character for this. Um, and then let's grab some not readies. Everything else is not ready. And let's just grab this and drag that over. Grab this and drag that over. There we go. So, that's depressing.
That's so depressing. I wish we hadn't done that now.
Yeah, but you have to
Well,
keep in
wait a
mind
minute.
that the
The music is
thumbnails.
in production. Like it's in progress.
No, not really. Music is in conceptual progress, but it's not the actual music for the animatics. So we could technically create another column and call it music concept, but nah,
I
it's
still
not
think
worth
it
it.
would look prettier if it was in concept.
Yeah,
It was in progress.
no.
Because technically it is in
But it's
progress
not. Like,
because
are we
everything they're
creating
doing.
in progress music for the opening and ending? Are we creating in
The
progress music for
montage.
the courtyard? We did do it for the montage, so technically you're right. We could go in progress for the montage. But all the rest of it
Yay!
though is meh.
Yeah, yeah.
We
No,
have to
I
keep
hear
in
you.
mind that like it looks bad, but thumbnails are like once the thumbnails are done, then it's cleaning up
Uh-huh.
character and cleaning, and then it's just like it goes so fast after that.
Yep,
So we'll get her done.
we will.
We'll get her done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you create a spreadsheet from just duplicating a tab. So you can totally take a tab and just duplicate it and create another one that's very similar to it. Another thing that I'd like to show you is one really cool thing you'll notice from the Skynamic Career Assignment spreadsheet is that if you scroll down, the top stays there. And if you
How'd you
scroll
do that?
to the right, the side stays there. How do we do
How'd you
that?
do that?
You do that with these. You'll notice that when you up here, you've got these lines that you can drag.
Mm-hmm.
And when you create a spreadsheet, these lines are actually default up here. So now I'm scrolling down. It's like they're all there. It's not scrolling. So if you want a certain part of the spreadsheet to always be there, just after you've created the spreadsheet and you're done, you just drag these lines that are already here by default, and you then drag the line over here by default, and bam, now that stuff will stay there.
It's like magic.
It is like magic.
Now,
And then I could go
how
into
did you do
functions,
those
but
little
man,
arrows?
I'm
Like,
not
how
going to
did
go into
you
functions. Whew.
how'd you do that? Yeah, don't go into functions.
Do what?
How did
These
the little
arrows?
arrows? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's if we go over to our special alt characters, it's Alt 219 for the boxes,
Hmm.
and then the arrow is Alt 16 for the arrow.
Yeah. Can you copy and paste that website into the
Maybe
chat?
you could just go find it yourself because you're a slacker.
Oh me!
Now I'll copy and paste for you guys. If you guys want to find it, it's tedmontgomery.com/tutorial/alt blah 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 blah. So I'll just put in the little thing here. There you go. All right, but that's pretty much how
That's
we
how you
create
do it.
spreadsheets. That's how the magic happens, my peoples. Not
Yep, that's how we make a spreadsheet, and now you also know how we operate.
pretty much. It's
You
spreadsheets are
got a
crazy.
double tutorial here.
Yeah, a lot of arguing. That's just the point. That's the beauty of it. And really, it's just a matter of gathering all of your information before you start the spreadsheet. You got to have that information before you start. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. You'll go insane. And if you guys just want to see like a couple examples of spreadsheets that I have created over the years, I mean, we've got our Skynamic Career Assignments, which is the spreadsheet I am the most proud of. This spreadsheet is so freaking complicated, and yet it's so easy to use. So I love this spreadsheet. It's fantastic.
We have worked together on making that
Yeah.
thing
Now this
flow.
spreadsheet is like a year's worth. Like I created the spreadsheet about a year ago, and this is just a
Hmm.
year of it evolving to perfection. Um, if you want to see some other
Yep.
spreadsheets, we've got, of course, we've got our TrueTale 100 pilot spreadsheet. Is where we keep
Hmm.
track of all of our pre-visual production. We'll have a completely different spreadsheet with more tabs along the bottom for
Hmm.
production once we finally enter that at the beginning of February.
God help us.
Yes. If we take a look at some other things, I believe we've got a. Oh, you can take a look at our Skynamic crew list, which is another spreadsheet. So this is just another example of just
I
a
hate
way
this
to.
one.
I love this one. It's a way to organize information. It's very basic. Like there's no color. It doesn't
I
look
know.
as pretty as the other ones, but it's very good. We've got everything divided. All of our information is very easy
Hmm.
to manipulate. It's really easy for me to add people into here. This is some good stuff. This is a
Frankly,
good
I
spreadsheet.
think our stuff, like for management, shouldn't scroll up.
Oh, yeah, it should.
No, I don't think it should. I think
Yeah,
it should like. You sure? Because like
yeah.
we're management.
It doesn't matter. The whole point of the spreadsheet is just to have a list of all of our characters and our crew members' information and everything. Let me see if I can find some other spreadsheets for you guys. Oh, this is one that I created back in college for. Oh no, this is one that Rachel created. Ah, we'll have to have her spiffy this up.
What is it?
This is the conventions and film festivals spreadsheet for the year 2014. So we'll definitely spiffy that up and make that look prettier. Um,
You should have me do it. It could be my homework.
there's a
So I.
Skynamic Rolodex spreadsheet. Oh, this is the
What?
one that Matt Margerson created, which also looks
Oh my dear
horrible.
God.
So once again, it's just a matter of.
Mine. I'll fix
Yeah,
it.
you
I'll
can
fix
usually
it.
tell, you can tell a really good difference between my spreadsheets and whether someone else has created a spreadsheet. Mine look
Ow!
very nice.
Burn!
But let me dive out of Skynamic Studios and show you guys like some of my other spreadsheets that I've got. For example, I
Wait,
have
is that
Skynamic.
Rolodex? Hold on, is that Rolodex shared with me? I don't think it is. Can you
Yeah.
share that with me, and I'll fix that one up because it is sort of a
Oh yeah, that's
producer
true. That
thing.
that yeah, because Matt's no longer here. So
Yep.
yeah, let me share this with you. It says that you already have it. It's
Let's do
slacking,
it.
slacking
I
off.
just.
But there we go. Okay, it's shared with you. Here's what I
Okay,
did for
thank you.
college.
Can I edit it?
Yeah, you can. So this is
Okay.
career studio research right here, where I had to do just I had to research as many animation studios as I possibly could, and I had to put down their websites, and I had to put down the type of what type
Rainbow.
of business is it, what's the general contact, the location, email, and specific contacts. And my goal is that over the years I will fill this out with even more stuff, so that over my many decades of being in the animation industry, I'll slowly build up a contact with all of the animation studios that are out there.
I sort of feel like you should share that one.
I will keep this one to me for now.
Darn
I
you!
might shares it eventually, but it's pretty cool. I put useful sites down here for searching for jobs, and I've got an Excel sheet to-do list for stuff to fill in the blank spots. So I'll put it this way: if any of you crew members watch this tutorial and you would love to have access to this,
I would.
go ahead and email me, and I'll give you access. But I'll keep this as an Easter egg. The only way that you can ever know that this thing even exists in the first place is
Is if
if you
you
watch
watch
this
this
tutorial.
tutorial and you listen to our insanity.
Exactly. And I'll allow you to comment. So if you have information to put in here, just highlight it and leave a comment, and
Hmm.
then I will update this slowly over the years.
Sounds good.
Allison Sertnick. There we go. So there you go, Allison.
Hmm.
So that's just one of the spreadsheets that
Thank
I've
you.
created. Don't think I really have any other ones to share with you guys that are good. I have the old spreadsheets that I used to create for Double Rainbow that look terrible. Um, but that's pretty much it, everybody. That's pretty much how you create yourself delicious spreadsheet. Nothing really more to talk about here.
Yeah.
There are so many other things that spreadsheets can do. Um, that's really cool, like mathematical formulas, and you can calculate percentages and things like that, and it's a lot of fun. We'll definitely be doing that for our production Excel sheets, and
Are
maybe
we
I
gonna
might
make Gantt charts?
Gantt charts.
Yeah, Gantt charts. They're ones where you actually have deadlines and you're like, okay,
Oh,
this is when this will be due and this
yeah,
is
no,
when this will be
we
due.
have our Basecamp calendar for that. We might have to make one of those for production. Like once again, once we
Yeah.
hit production, we might have to make a production Excel sheet for that. We might just keep with Skynamic Crew assignments though, and we might just create several weeks in advance, and we might do it on this sheet, but we'll see. Otherwise, though, everybody, I know that I've taken up a lot of your time. I believe this tutorial has lasted an hour. Um,
Because I'm
so
allowed and
yeah,
ask a lot of questions.
so that's pretty much it as far as creating spreadsheets with Google Drive goes. I hope you guys learned a lot. Creating spreadsheets, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Like obviously as your art director, I'm very OCD about being organized. I need everything to be organized. I need to be able to access things very easily. I need them to be very appealing and pleasing to look at. Otherwise, I won't feel motivated to update it. And I also need it to be easy to update. Um, so I have to find a nice balance between appeal and ease of use. And this is just the way that I make spreadsheets. And it's something that I have learned through trial and error over the past 2 years of working with Google Drive, and before that, it was known as Google Docs. And I consider myself quite the spreadsheet uh, provocateur, I guess.
No, connoisseur.
There we go. Connoisseur is what I was looking for. Provocateur. That means like I provoke spreadsheets.
See,
It's
this
weird.
this is why I'm around. This is why I'm here.
All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye guys.